I think that it is indeed the height of conceit for this white man to try to lecture the rest of us on the state of race relations in this country. So if that's established, really, there's nothing else that I could say that people really need to hear. This is the wrong person to listen to. This is a person who cannot know. This was a person who cannot experience racism. Based on the definition of racism that I understand, he can experience prejudice, sure. But I think it's been stated already. Obama certainly, I'm sure, laid bare the racism that already existed in this country. Absolutely. There were people that thought we were in a post-racial society for a long time. And they point to examples like Michael Jordan and Oprah Winfrey to suggest that, black people can do anything that white people can do. This is not about race. And Obama has made it about race. Right. But I think that Obama laid bare something that was, I think, buried deep in the psyche of people who think of themselves as being decent people. These are people who, I think a good number of people, let me start here. I think a good number of people in this country think of themselves as being decent folks. There are not many people that think of themselves as being racist and are comfortable with that. For much of this country's history, not all of it, but much of it, people didn't think of themselves as racist, even during slavery. They didn't think of themselves as racist. They thought that slavery was God's natural order. They convinced themselves that comfortable lie was indeed true, right? So that they could sleep at night. And this continued throughout, segregation and Jim Crow. This continued throughout, the post civil rights era. These people thought of themselves as decent folks. And, they would not consider themselves racist at all. You could not convince them that that was their truth. It wasn't until Obama was elected that they felt, I don't really love this. And whatever their fears are, whatever their fears were, this is the end of the white country that I grew up in. This is the end of, the social stratification that causes me no fear. This is the end of the comfortable period of white people in this country. Now black people are going to be sicking the police on white folks. We don't want that. Or whatever fears it existed, whatever fears they had, were exposed like a nerve when Obama was elected. I mean, and I can imagine if all of the presidents were white. It doesn't matter how many Oprah Winfrey's and Michael Jordans there are. As long as the president's white, it's a white country. That's different from Oprah Winfrey, right? Now all of these people push back against Obama just because of that fact, right? Now, of course, there are some people in the middle who legitimately are concerned about his politics, couldn't care one way or the other, but there's a huge swath of the population that it triggered something in their brain. And you could not convince them that they're racist people, but their fears that are founded in racism, founded in the social stratification that they feel comfortable in. These are people that if you ask them, okay, if you're not racist, tell me with a straight face that you would switch places with a black person, that you would switch your family's place with a black family and have a go at this country. Tell me that you would do that with a straight face. And they won't admit that they would. So that means that they know that racism exists. They know it's bad. They know it. They don't want it to happen to them. And they don't push back against it happening to other people. Right? It's those people that fit in that box, which I suspect this person, Newt Gingrich, fits into that box, that pushed back against Obama and still push back against him. For him to say that Obama had a negative impact on race relations in this country is simply him saying that Obama exposed that nerve, and that paved the way for people like Donald Trump, who also fits into that box. Donald Trump attacked Obama since he was sworn in. Obama is the only president that had to prove that he was president after being sworn in as president, right? So, I mean, I guess it's based in truth. He's a little misguided here. Obama did not have a negative impact on race relations. Not at all. Obama was a sign of the progress that we had made, but the unintended side of the unintended consequence of that, I should say, is that the opposition, the people that felt that nerve exposed, pushed back mightily, and they found their great savior in Donald Trump. Donald Trump has had no meaningful policies, certainly during his first term, that meant anything good for anybody other than him and his rich friends. The only thing that Donald Trump did was slow the dispossession of the United States of America from white men. And indeed, that's what his second term is all about.